The right of a citizen to travel upon the public highways and to transport one's property thereon. I'm not dealing commerce right now. So I'm not transporting any goods. There's no injured party. I'm being detained. Can I ask you one question?
Sure, man.
What is your nationality?
I'm a United States citizen.
So a United States citizen cannot,
Okay.
a U.S. citizen cannot enforce laws.
And your tints are far too dark and you got tints on the front windshield. You're not allowed to do that.
All right, I get that situated.
Are you the registered owner?
I get that situated.
Are you the registered owner of the car?
May I speak to a supervisor?
You want to speak to a supervisor in
Yes.
reference to what?
I just want to speak to a supervisor.
In reference to? I mean, I can get a supervisor out here. I just need to let him know what you're calling him out here for. You know what I mean?
Because I have these papers right here.
Okay.
So I'll get the tint took off.
Okay.
But if it's a problem, then I would like to speak to a supervisor.
What do you mean if it's a problem? Like if it's illegal?
No, like I know that it's not illegal because I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
Oh, so young and so naive. Our friend, it will be revealed, isn't even old enough for a driver's license. His second book, after Dick and Jane, should have been I Do Not Consent, our newest book about all the reasons not to adopt the misguided sovereign citizen ideology. YouTube fans are buying lots of them, and we thank you. Order yours by scanning the QR code or click the link in the description. And please, if you like our content, please help our new channel with a like, comment, and subscribe.
But I'm saying,
You're
so
operating
if
a motor vehicle. I mean, we can agree on that.
So I'm just saying, if that's a problem, then I would like to speak to a supervisor.
Okay, I understand that. I'll get a supervisor started out here.
Right.
Okay? You got your license or any sort of identification with you?
No.
You don't have any sort of identification?
No.
Do you have a Maryland driver's license?
I don't have a driver's license because I'm not driving it.
I know, I understand that. But you know you're operating a motor vehicle. You and I can agree on that. You say that you're traveling, I say you're driving. We can agree on the grounds that you're operating a motor vehicle, yes? You're currently in Baltimore County.
Can I speak to a supervisor?
I'm gonna get I'm just explaining all of this out to you. I see you got your video started. I want to give you the best explanation that I can, okay?
Yes, sir.
So you and I can meet on the common grounds that you're operating a motor vehicle on Baltimore County roads in the state of Maryland. Yes? We agree on that. You're not driving, you're traveling.
I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with
I agree that I'm traveling.
You're traveling on Baltimore County roads in a motor vehicle that you're operating.
Can I speak to a supervisor?
Like I said, I'm gonna get one started out here, no big deal. All right? I'm just gonna grab your name real quick.
I am me Bey.
Are you the registered owner?
I am me Bey.
No, I understand that. Is this your vehicle? Or did you steal it? You borrow it?
Can I speak to a supervisor?
Like I said, I'm gonna get one started out here, no big deal. All right?
All right, thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
You have insurance for the vehicle?
Can I please speak to a supervisor?
I'm gonna get one started out here. Like I said, no big deal. All right?
All right, thank you.
You mind if I look over this stuff?
Look over what?
Your paperwork right there. I just want to make sure I don't violate any sort of your code of ethics, all right? You mind if I take it and read it?
Yes, you
Okay.
can read it.
All right. Do I need to read that one as well?
That's an oath to that you guys take as to the office. That's the oath that you take.
Do I need to read that one as well?
This is just the court papers that back it up, but I would like to speak to a supervisor.
Okay, you mind if I read that? I'd like to. I mean, I'd like to understand a little bit more about what you're saying, you know.
Can I speak to a supervisor?
I'm gonna request a supervisor as soon as I go back to my vehicle.
Okay.
Like I said, I just want to understand a little bit more. I don't wanna violate any sort of your code of ethics or anything like that. Okay, that's how we're gonna do it. I appreciate it. Hang tight for 1 second.
All right.
What's up, buddy?
Are you the supervisor?
Nope. Why don't you
Then
just
can I
give him
speak
your
to a
license and
supervisor?
ID and cut the crap? That way you can be on your way.
Because
Listen, I don't want to hear all the mumbo jumbo, okay? All
Can I
right?
speak to a supervisor?
He's getting ready to walk up, but he's going to tell you the same thing.
All right, I would like to speak to a supervisor.
So, where's your ID or your license?
I don't have that.
You don't have it on you at all?
I don't have that.
You don't have any identification on you?
I'm not sure if you're familiar or anything with
Huh?
missing juvenile.
You don't have any
I
ID?
would like to speak to a supervisor.
Do you have ID on you? They're going to ask you the same thing. So you can just cut to the chase and you can be on your way. Right?
In reference to the complainant,
You're being audio and video recorded too, just so you know.
I know. So are you guys.
Excellent.
And can I have your badge number?
Nope.
I can't have your badge number?
There's no reason for you to have it.
So there's no reason for you guys to have my identification?
Sure there is.
No.
So he can ID you based
The right
on
to
the
travel,
reason
right
they
here.
stopped you on the traffic stop.
The right to travel. The right to mode of conveyance.
Where'd you get that piece of
The
paper?
right to... It's... You take an oath to a Constitution.
Oh, okay.
I just gave him the paper.
You printed
I
that
just
out
gave him the
yourself?
paper right there. That's what officers take an oath to. So, can I speak to a supervisor?
He's getting ready to walk up.
All right.
But we have to have a way to ID you.
No,
Right.
I have to have a way to ID you.
And
You guys
you'll
pulling me
get
over.
the officer's name that
No,
stopped you.
can I have your badge number?
I'm just trying to help him out maybe by trying to talk to you before they come up here and things go away that you might not want them to go.
I would like to speak to a supervisor.
So you have no ID on you at all.
Do you have an ID on you?
Sure, right there.
What's your badge number?
That's my name right there.
What's your nationality?
That's none of your business. Do you have ID on you?
So when I identify myself to you guys,
Mm.
it. Can I
Doesn't
speak
tell
to a
us your
supervisor?
nationality.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It tells you that the ID that you guys are looking for. You think I'm gonna give you guys a corporation?
We just think you're gonna do it what everybody else does.
No,
Just
I'm
show
not.
your ID. That's all we
I'm
expect.
not.
Right.
Because that's what you guys take an oath to. I have my right to
Why are
travel.
you the only one that has a problem with this? Why does everybody else?
Because everybody else is lacking of knowledge.
Oh, okay. So you're smarter than everybody else. That's
I'm not
why you
saying
don't
that.
want
I
to
just
be
want to
like-
speak to a
You're
supervisor.
new to this, aren't you?
No.
Because normally guys that have been doing this a while don't need a piece of paper to read from like you.
I mean,
You're new
that's
to
what
it,
you
right?
guys take oath to.
You're new to this, right?
That's what you guys take oath to.
You're new to this though, right?
No.
The piece of paper you're holding?
No.
You must be. You're a newbie.
No.
Just hang tight. Somebody will come up and talk to you if you're not
Alright.
willing to cooperate. But you
Alright.
might have to get out of the car.
I don't have to get out of the car.
If we can't ID you, you might have to. So. You don't have anything in the car you shouldn't have, right? Where are you coming from? Work? School? Store? Nowhere?
I just want to speak to a supervisor. That's
Hey, Mr. Jackson. So I got my supervisor right here. This is Corporal
How
Sager.
you doing, Mr. Supervisor?
This is,
Hey,
this
can
is Mr. Jackson. This is Corporal Sager.
I have your badge number?
Sure, 5783.
5783.
Yeah, and again, my name is Corporal Sager. You can see it right here.
All right. Can I have that paper that the one of you he has it? That officer has it.
What paper is that we got?
It's a paper that you guys take an oath to.
Sure,
That
we'll
officers
walk
take an
around.
oath to.
Okay, so here's where we are, Mr. Jackson. We positively identified who you are. We
But
know
that's
that you
not
are-
me. That's not me as the
Right,
flesh.
but that's the name that you had to use to the MVA to get the privilege to drive. Unfortunately, your privilege to drive is not complete because you only have what's called a Class C learners. In the state of Maryland, somebody with a Class C learners needs to have somebody over a certain age with a valid license in the driver's seat to be able to continue driving. Okay? So I know that
So
you're
you-
not the one that came up with these rules, right? You may not have even, you're a younger man, you may not have even voted for somebody who came up with them. Okay, but they are the rules that we follow here on the streets of Baltimore County.
That you guys follow. They're the rules that you guys that applies to you guys, not me.
Yeah, unfortunately it applies to everybody that's traveling on the Baltimore County road.
That's
Okay?
well, I'm traveling.
So I know that you sort of wish that this isn't the case, and it might be that through advocacy and through your vote and through your voice, you're able to make changes that you feel would make a better society, but we are currently living and functioning in the society as it stands now.
But
Okay.
those laws doesn't apply to me.
They sure do, okay? So what we're trying to do is work within those laws to cut you as much of a break as possible, okay? Because I understand if you don't self-identify as Mr. Jackson, if you self-identify as something else, the fact that you're going to receive citations today is really going to jam you up because you'll probably FTA for court and it'll become an issue with a warrant later on. What we're trying to do is keep this as easy for you as possible. Currently, your car is parked blocking a driveway, which gives us the right to tow it because you're not going to be able to move this car because you
I
don't
see.
have a valid license. What I would like to be able to do, with your permission, of course, is I would like to move your car into a valid parking spot. That would be a couple of
I
feet
can
back.
move it up.
Okay? So then from that point on, if you have a valid licensed driver that wants to swing by and drive this car away, the car is great to do so. Right? Your license is valid. It's just a learner.
I don't have a license.
You don't have a full license. You have
I don't
Class C
have a
learners.
license.
Okay? So I'm willing to work for that, because the fact that you're going to receive citations today is already going to be a little bit of a financial burden on you. What I don't want to do is then add an unnecessary tow bill, which until you then decide to take a registration for the vehicle and go pick it up, it just continues to amass. All right? So I'm trying to figure out what I can do to help you out. They called you out because you wanted to talk with a supervisor, somebody that had a little bit more discretion, a little bit of leverage. And that's why I'm here today.
The right of a citizen to travel upon the public highways and to transport one's property thereon. I'm not dealing commerce right now. So I'm not transporting any goods. There's no injured party. I'm being detained.
And like I said, okay, that is the way that you wish that this was going to go. Unfortunately, that is not the rules and the reality in which we function. Okay? So I'm trying to do my best for you. That I know that it's frustrating to have all these police officers around. I know that it's frustrating to be, sitting here parked, surrounded by us for as long as you have. And I appreciate the fact that you're still being calm, you're still being rational, okay? So we're going to try to strike while that iron is hot, okay, and use that rationality for you to understand this doesn't end.
Can I ask you one question?
You sure may.
What is your nationality?
I'm a United States citizen.
So a United States citizen cannot,
Okay.
a U.S. citizen cannot enforce law.
And I'm going to start a tow. We can cancel it, but I'm going to start a tow.
A U.S. citizen cannot enforce law.
I know that you kind of got that now there's a time frame going on, okay? So what happens is in Baltimore County, there's a number of companies that have a contract with the county, and their contract states that they are able to arrive on scene anywhere we request a tow within a 15-minute time period. All right? Usually it takes less than that. So I would love to be able to cancel that tow and not have you end up with a tow bill over this. Right? So I get it, but your place to make this sort of logistical stand is not here on the street. Right? We, at the end of the day, are police officers.
So we can take it to court, yes.
The things we're arguing are things that can argue to court and things that get argued in front of the legislature.
All right.
So when Officer Usher brings the citations up, it's going to say, here's how you pay it, here's how you take it to court. If taking it to court is what you desire, perfect. That's well within your rights to do.
All right.
All right? So is there a phone call that we can make, somebody to come give you a ride, or are you close enough to take
You guys can't tow my car.
Well, we can, because you can't drive it forward because you don't have the valid license, okay? And the place that you...
I'm not driving, though. I'm traveling.
Over, okay,
I'm traveling.
is blocking a residential driveway. So
I can easily travel up right now.
These are the things that are going to become an issue for you, is that if you move the car right now, right, you're in violation. You're doing this thing in my presence, which is a lot different than the fact that when this officer pulled you over, we hadn't identified you. Now that we know you're not a valid licensed driver,
he hasn't identified himself either.
Okay, I'm trying to help you out. Your place to argue it is in a court of law.
All right, so we can take it there.
Okay, so that's where it will go eventually. But for right now, your car's either getting towed or I'm moving it. Right? Those are your options. And I feel like I've done as good of a job as I can of explaining. You've done an excellent job of explaining your side. The problem being that...
What's the problem?
Your side is something that's argued in a court of law and a legislature. It's not argued on the street where we are already...
I haven't identified myself as a corporation for you guys to even act on as acting over me as a corporate person. So...
Before you became enlightened to your current way of thinking, you subscribed to the traditional values and beliefs, and you got your picture taken because you really wanted to drive a car. Okay, that's how we got your picture. That's how we're able to positively identify you. So you may have changed.
But did I agree to that's me?
But all of that came after.
I didn't agree to that being me.
Okay, so here's your options. Either the car gets towed, you get removed from the vehicle to allow for that to happen. You step out of the vehicle.
So you guys are going to verbally come inside of my car without permission, violating you guys' rights on camera. That's what
Yes.
you guys gonna do?
And it will be on 8 or 9 cameras at this point. Okay? So, I know that you're a rational guy. You want to be able to present your case. I've already informed you that this is not the proper venue to make that case, right? We have the laws that we function by. You wish to change these things, or you wish to subscribe to your own based on your beliefs, but those are not things that get argued at a street level. These are things that get argued at a level much higher than this. Okay? So, I'm going to move your car so that we don't have to tow it, because the tow bills start to rack up pretty significantly. All right? And if you really want to go to court, and if you want to get legal representation, all these things cost time and money. So I don't want this to be unnecessarily.
So I can move my car out of the way, right?
We are going to move your car back so that it's a legal parking spot, but then you are not able to drive your car away. You have to wait for a valid licensed driver to either sit in the passenger seat or take over the driver's seat for you. I get it. I mean, it's frustrating. You're just trying to be heard, but unfortunately, there's only so much wiggle room that we have here. Okay. So what's it going to be? Would you like to get your vehicle towed, or would you like to have us move back?
I'll move it back. I mean, that's like you guys are violating your guys' rights. I mean,
can we clear a spot behind here so we can get it moved back?
all right.
Whoever's behind, usher back up, and then usher back up. And I appreciate it, right? I'm trying to help you out as best as I can, because I understand that you and I are sort of never going to have the same philosophical beliefs about that. But I can only enforce what the legislature's telling me to. So that's where we are. All right, see how you have plenty of spot? So Officer Quellhouse is going to make sure you don't bump into the back of a police car by accident, okay?
All right. Okay.
All right, so go ahead and back it up for me.
I got you.
Thanks, sir. That is perfect, sir. Thank you. Okay. So like I said, you can't drive. Okay. So are you going to be waiting here
Yeah,
for somebody,
I'm gonna be
or are you
waiting.
going to be waiting
I'm gonna be
elsewhere and
waiting.
come back to pick up the car later?
I'm gonna be waiting. Can I have that paper back? Unless you want to keep it because it's good for you. No,
Do
actually,
you have spare copies? If so, I'll keep it.
no, I don't have a spare copy, but it's so special that I want you to keep it.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right.
And
No, go ahead.
no, go ahead. No, that's it. I'm done.
Okay. All right. So, Officer Usher is typing up the citations now. He's going to come present them and explain them to you. Okay. From that point, Officer Usher is going to be sitting here waiting for your valid licensed driver to show up, and as soon as that happens, then we'll be good. You got a good phone number for you?
No, I don't. I don't have.
So how long have you been a true believer here? Is this like within the last year or more than that? As long as you can remember?
Yeah, man. I've been trying to keep it. Cause I gotta go, like, I gotta go.
Not, if we haven't, let's do that. I apologize, Mr. Jackson. I never got the. What is the name that you would prefer for me to call you, or the name that you identify with?
I am eBay.
Bey?
I told him that. I am eBay.
I am eBay. Gotcha.
I am me. Am I being detained?
Yeah, you're receiving the citations from Officer Usher.
I have the right to contract, so like what am I signing?
You don't have to sign anything.
Okay.
It's not like it used to be where it was, press hard, you're making 5
So
copies.
what am I being detained for? if I'm
receiving
waiting.
these citations, and then you are unfree to leave in this vehicle as the driver until you have a valid licensed driver in your passenger seat or a valid licensed driver in your driver's seat.
So,
All right, Mr. Jackson, go ahead and step out of the car for me.
I was signing right here.
I'm sorry?
I was signing right here.
Okay. So I need you to sign. I'll explain these. I'll put an X right here, all right? Where you need to sign. Is that all right with you?
They received an additional call from me, John, that buys the same.
Okay. I need you to sign right here by these X's. This is for must appear citations. You're being issued a must appear citation. This basically acknowledges that within 5 days of receiving these citations, you need to go to speak with a district court commissioner and request a trial date. Okay? You know where the district courthouse is? This is Wilkins Avenue right here. It's about 1.5 miles that way. All right?
I don't. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
Okay, so this is the must appear form. Like I said, within 5 days, it says it right here. You have to go see a district court commissioner and request a trial date because there are must appear citations in here, okay? This other half is the notice of advice of rights to counsel for all judicial proceedings. Because you're going to have to go to court for this, for all judicial proceedings, you have the right to an attorney, all right? This explains that right to have a counsel and consult counsel and have a lawyer present for any and all judicial proceedings. You understand that?
I mean, I understand, but
Okay,
I
you
don't
All right,
I don't
so
agree with signing anything.
well, I mean, this isn't an admission of guilt. It's just signing saying that I explained it to you. You're going to get a copy of it. I'm going to get a copy of it. I mean, I have it on camera right here that I just explained it to you. So
Okay,
really,
then that's enough
yeah,
then.
Exactly.
That's
So
enough.
it doesn't make a difference to me.
All
But you know, when you go to court, I'm going to show up with an unsigned thing. I'm going to write defendant refused to sign. It's going to be on camera that you refuse to sign. It's just not going to look good for you.
No,
Okay.
no, okay.
All right. Just as long as you're aware of that. So, like I said, here are a whole bunch of citations. There's also a Maryland safety equipment repair order. For
I mean,
the
you
window tint.
guys said get the 10 off.
Exactly.
I'll get that fixed.
Okay. So, like I said, I explained that to you from the get-go. But this is an equipment repair order that formally states that you have 30 days to get that tint removed, or else you're going to be in violation of this repair order, and your registration is going to be suspended. Okay? You understand that?
I understand. Yes.
Okay. So that's this last page right here is your repair order. All these other pages are traffic citations. All right? So here are those citations. You don't have to grab it from me. I'll put it right here in your lap. Even though you didn't sign it, I'm going to give you a copy of it. I will sign it for you.
You can't sign for me.
Well, yeah, but I can write refused to sign. I will sign my name because I gave it to you. And that way on camera, it shows me giving you a copy of this. I have a copy right here. I will also write refused to sign. Defendant refused to sign, and I will sign this one.
Cancel that up, right?
Yep. Okay.
That's not ours.
So, at this point, we allowed you to move your car to a legal parking space, and you are not allowed to travel in this vehicle on Baltimore County roads or any roads in the state of Maryland because you will be in violation of the license restriction via the MVA when you got your learner's permit that you acknowledged to follow. So I'm not going to leave here, this car behind you, until I see you out of the vehicle and walking away from the vehicle. If I see you driving away in this vehicle, I'm going to pull you over again and I'm going to issue all the same citations. And at that point, you will be subject to arrest for failing to obey a lawful order and all of the subsequent traffic charges that we just went over. Do you understand that?
I understand, yes.
Okay, I'm going to go sit in my car until you make a decision. And like I said, if I see this car move, we're going to go through this all again. My supervisors are going to be right around the corner. All right? All right.
Thank you, Mr. Bey. Thank you for your time.
Hey guys, Can I speak to the supervisor? The supervisor.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to speak to the supervisor. That's it.
Well, I'm the officer that initiated the stop. So
I just wanted to. I want to pull it closer. I want to park closer.
Closer to the curb?
Well, am I good? I'm good enough?
Yeah, you're fine.
All right.
Absolutely. But thank you for checking. I appreciate it.
For better or worse, there were no arrests, no taser deployment, and no glass break. That's good for young Mr. eBay, but may have failed to teach the youngster a much-needed lesson about law. Instead, he was issued a citation for no driver's license and a Maryland repair order for the tint on his windshield.